Hey, Lord of the Rings fans, and welcome back. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Welcome back. This is season 2, episode 1 of Voices of Arda. We have returned. It's been a long hiatus. You might as well say we were on strike too. Like we were on strike with the that really isn't what happened, but we've been having just scheduling issues. Life has been getting in the way, and we had to come back together and reconvene and shake all ick off and of life that happens, that dog piles on us. And now we're back and we're better than ever, and we are ready to be back talking about Tolkien. I mean I mean me, Knew Better Do Better, and of course the most important person on this podcast, KaliCosplay.
50% of the content of the podcast. Hi, guys.
85%. I just do the talking. She does everything else. She is the boss of the podcast. Thank you so much, Kali, for your patience and allowing me to be all over the place. Life has been dogpiling on me. I've had a weird year, but Kali, has been reaching out and checking on me and helping me do some things and stuff like that. If you follow me on social media, I'm sure you've heard the unfortunate passing of my mother a couple months ago. So I had to go through that, and I'm saying the Lord of the Rings community really rallied around me and helped me out in a really difficult time for me and my family. So I want to thank all of you guys for that. Thank you guys for being so patient with us, getting back on our feet and giving you this wonderful podcast that you love so much. So we are back. We are back on all platforms. Kali, can you share those platforms for the fans?
So the video is, of course, available on YouTube, so you
On
can
YouTube?
see our reactions as we're speaking. And then if you just want to give us a listen, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, we're on other platforms that I don't
Google
use.
Podcasts?
Google Podcasts.
Yeah.
I should check that one out. I haven't.
See, we're all
Yeah.
even the androids, I'm an Android user myself,
So am I, yeah.
So yeah, we've been getting back in the spin of things, and it's looking up. The strikes are over, so content creators, much as myself and Kali, we are able to do more things now, and it feels like a weight has been lifted off of our shoulders. I've been much more in tune with my content. Also, I've had a huge project that I've been working on as well. We'll get into that, and that's been taking up a lot of my time as well. So it's just a lot of things been going on, and I'm already scatterbrained as it is. And so if I don't have Kali there, like to rein me in, I'm all over the place. So it's exactly what she did. She hit me up and she said, "New, better stop your shit. We got to do this podcast. You're bugging out." And rightfully so. And she put me in check, and I'm back. So thank you. No, I'm being serious. I'm being so serious. Thank you for reining me in and refocusing my efforts and everything. I hadn't forgot about any of you guys at all. Just you get caught up sometimes. So I'm so happy and excited to be back. Kali, how have you been? What do you have going on? Tell us everything you're doing. It's so good to see you and talk to you and to be back on the podcast. It's been so long, and I'm excited now. I'm super excited. Like I'm like, why have I been like lollygagging and doing other things when I
Why
could be
did we
doing
ever
this?
go away?
Why did we ever go away? So yeah, tell me about what you've been having going on in this weird time.
Well, okay, well, I after you just said all those very nice things, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ruin it now, by telling you that um no matter how much you push the envelope, it'll always be stationary.
I I have honestly forgotten about these jokes.
I knew you'd forgotten about the jokes.
I've forgotten about the jokes. I have forgot about the jokes, and I'm gonna act
No,
like you didn't even say that.
he's
I
questioning
actually think that's
his
dope.
recent recommitment.
That's actually a dope joke, but I had forgotten about that. That's kind of dope. Yo, that's kind of ill. That's kind of ill. Matter of fact, I like that one. You know what? I'm gonna give you the pass. It's the first episode back. You got the pass. That's what's up. That's all right.
So before I talk about, kind of what I've been up to, we introduced the episode by saying that there was a bit of a break this year. Most of you probably already know that the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, SAG-AFTRA, which is
Mm-hmm.
the acronym you'll probably recognize.
That is a mouthful.
Yeah, was just on strike from July to November, which was pretty long. And you would have noticed that the actors were on strike, so there were no new shows being made. They weren't doing appearances at Comic Cons, and for good reason though, because they were proposing that a third party company measure the success of shows, that residual payments be tied to how they perform. So
Mhm.
basically, that means like, especially when you're streaming on Netflix or Crave or Prime or whatever, normally used to be if you bought that product, the people who were involved in producing it or making it would get compensated for their part. But with the streaming services, that was kind of getting lost. So
Yeah.
even if you were watching Lord of the Rings, the extended versions, every, the
The only
first of the
ones to
month,
watch.
every single month, the actors and the writers and the producers that you love weren't getting compensated for that. And
Not
that's
fairly
really
at all.
important.
Very important.
Very important. There were a lot of other a few other aspects to the strike. But eventually in November, everybody came to an agreeable resolution, which we're very happy about. And
Very
that
happy.
means
Very
that
excited.
everybody's coming back now. Your favorite podcasts are coming back, and these things, TV shows will start to get made again, and
Season
all
two,
of
Rings
that.
of Power.
Yes, come on.
Come on, come on.
Come on, right? So that's what's been going on in the world. While we were on a bit of a hiatus there.
Mhm.
For myself personally, I've taken this year to really work on some health goals, getting back into exercising and just kind of eating more mindfully and taking better care of myself. So it's
Very
sort of been
important.
a quiet year on the content creation front for me, but it's been a big year on the personal development side for me, and that's been really good. I've taken up a new sport, which I'm a little shy to talk about because it's kind of a dangerous sport, and people don't always love to know that I'm doing it. So I will just say that I'm enjoying it, I'm working on it, and when it is more fully developed, I will be excited to share it in more
Yo, I'm gonna call
social
you after this, right?
spaces
I need to know.
with
I'm gonna call you right
everybody.
after this. I'm not. But tell me, we're off the air now. Tell me this.
So that's what I've been doing. Not, a lot to say on Lord of the Rings things. I've just been keeping up with the community and keeping in touch with people and things, but not, so much leading the charge on big projects. But New Betta Do Betta has been. He has had a big year in bringing us Lord of the Rings content that we love. So, New Betta, would you like to tell us more about that?
Sure. So if you guys have been following me on TikTok, you probably noticed a little downswing in the content I've been posting. And it's the reason for that is because I've been working on content for a new platform that we have been putting together, spearheaded by Signum University, which is headed by Corey Olson and produced by Maggie Park. And uh, thankfully and wonderfully, they have literally announced the Signum Collaboratory on December 9th. And I have been making content for it and continue to make content for it. So, what the Signum Collaboratory is, it's like its own app, its own platform in which creators of many different genres of things can create content, and the viewers can be a part of that content. They could be a part of the production of the content. They could be a part of the behind the scenes. They could get extra footnotes and things like that. And they are also able to literally be a part of all the different creators' content themselves. They literally can view it, all the content themselves. So let's say what we have are there's a few different things that it involves. So we have the collaboratory, which is the app, which is the platform. You sign up for it, and they are creators that create content. And we have what are called project rooms. I myself right now have 3 project rooms, more to be added later. And those project rooms are individual like shows or arts or works of art or anything that like I'm putting out, any content that I'm putting out is going to be in that project room. So let's say one of the project rooms I have is called Token Arena. It's a show where I literally do my versus battles, but the versus battles are far more enhanced than anything that you saw on TikTok, where I'm just literally just talking in front of two pictures. These uh these projects are going to be literally bolstered and coupled by great graphics brought to us by Studio Labs from in New Hampshire. So when I do my versus battles, they'll actually be animations and stats and you know what I'm saying, like graphics and all these wonderful things, and it'll be like an immersive experience. It'll be just very, very high tech and awesome. You're really getting a bang for your buck when you join these project rooms. So I have the Token Arena where I pit a token character versus another token character or a character from another fantasy or legendarium, and we put them in one-on-one battle against each other, and I go over their stats, their feats, go over their histories, and then we find a victor. Very similar to Death Battle, but in a token verse type of way. So stay tuned for that. Also, I have what's called the new betification of the Silmarillion. So for all you Lord of the Rings lore nerds out there who have trouble digesting the Silmarillion, there's another project room that I have that I explain the Silmarillion, but in my way in which I break it down so it's understandable for the people from all walks of life, no matter their background, no matter their level of understanding. I break it down just like I'm talking in the street, like, yo, Morgoth got punched in his mouth and you know what I'm saying? Like I'm breaking it down to where you can't possibly confuse it or misconstrue it or understand it. I make it fun. I make it accessible for
Mm.
everyone. You know what I'm saying? And I literally go over in short form videos of each particular thing in the Silmarillion in order. So we'll be able to go through the entire legendary of the Silmarillion and break down each part. So let's say I was doing the Ainulindale, which is the creation of the world through song. Like it's the literally creation of art through music. I would break down who Eru Iluvatar is. Like Eru Iluvatar is the one god. He creates the other uh lesser gods from his thoughts and beings. You know what I'm saying? So basically, if he thought about, you know, fire, there's a fire god, you know, this, that, and the third. I'm breaking it down like that. And also, just like the Tolkien Arena, there are graphics backing this up. There are things, stats, and I'm in front of a green screen sometimes, and you'll be immersive experience of the total thing is just it's Shakespeare'd up to where it's so beautiful and wonderful that it's going to blow your mind. And then I have another project room. This one I'm really excited about, where I share a space with the Tolkien professor himself. Literally, me and Corey Olson are in a shared space where we are analyzing Tolkien poems and comparing and contrasting them to rap lyrics. This one is called A Song of Words, a
Mm.
song of words exploring Tolkien and hip hop. Now, I very much grew up in the hip hop community and the hip hop culture, so that is me. That is my most true form, my true self. But I also am a Tolkien lore expert and content creator, and so you couple those and combine those things, and you get vast knowledge of both worlds. And then you get to Corey Olson, who is a Lord of the Rings expert and genius, and he's also an English literature expert. And so when we analyze these poems and rap lyrics, and we're going over the meanings of each and how they actually are very similar and structured very similar, and how where how they influence the different people who digest their forms. We talk about you know, we talk about so many different things of how you would never even think that a rap song would relate in any way to a Tolkien poem, and how you can appreciate a Tolkien poem if you look at it in a certain light. And that's one of the reasons I got into Lord of the Rings, is reading his poems. I was like, this is structured very similar to a rap song. I know it sounds crazy, but
Mm.
it's actually very true. The poems, you can listen and hear the stories within the poems, and this is something that most people who are in that community may not give a chance. So I'm enlightening them, and then Corey Olson's enlightening me and others as well as to how we can look at rap songs and say, hey, this is actually structured like a poem that you would never think you would listen to, or being interested in, but we can equate it to a rap lyric that's an actual song and it's structured and tells a story, or it's braggadocio. They're actually doing the same thing in the token poem. So it is going to be very eye-opening. It's going to be very educational. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be very new. It's going to be fresh.
Mhm.
We're going to see me and Corey bouncing ideas off each other. We're going to see me and him literally just bonding and sharing in the joy of sharing these works, and going back and forth. You're going to see us disagree on meanings. It's going to be dope, man. Like, who doesn't want to see two nerds talk about this? And then you got somebody who's not really a nerd, but he's a nerd. You know what I'm saying? So you get the full,
I like
you
how
get the
you
full circle.
maintain that to this
I can't,
day.
because I was, you know what it is? I really was cool in school. Like, I wasn't like considered a nerd,
You're
even though I'm a
clinging to
nerd.
that so hard,
My
everybody.
swag was so crazy in school. Like, I was very popular. So most times, like back in the day, anyway. Now it's cool to be a nerd, but I grew up when it wasn't cool to be a nerd. So it's being called a nerd is weird to me, even though I know I am in a certain sense. You know what I'm saying? But I've never. I was outside. I was in the street. I was not that it was cool, you know me, but just it is what it is. I was out really outside and doing
Yeah,
things that wasn't considered nerd things,
life is a
even though I
little
had the
different. Yeah.
nerd tendencies. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, this is going to be really fun breaking down these lyrics and these poems together with Corey Olson. That is called A Song of Words, Exploring Tolkien and Hip Hop. So these are my three project rooms. Now, so you get access to the project rooms when you join the collaboratory. You get access to everybody's project rooms, and it all isn't Tolkien stuff. Some people are, hey, I talk about Greek mythology, or I talk. This is my cooking show. Let me break down how. Like, there are vast amounts of different subjects and types of educational things, or people just doing different things in the collaboratory. So anything you can think of, there'll be people in there doing it, talented people explaining or doing a show, or making content, or whatever it is. Corey Olson, he does Lord of the Rings content. He's writing a book. You'll be able to be a part of the process and get access to the chapters of the book early. And these places where you get this early access and you get to talk and go over things with the creator are called the creator space. It's called the creator circle. So when you join a creator circle for a certain content creator, you'll be able to have a meeting once a month, and you'll be able to go over new ideas for shows or projects that I'm doing. You'll get early access to, hey, this is the notes that I had for what I'm doing. You'll be able to put your 2 cents in and say, hey, you think you could do this? And hey, I like the last episode. Do you think we could talk about this or discover this? You'll get, you know what I'm saying? You'll get early listenings to episodes, many things. Let's say Corey's doing a book. Hey, this is the chapter that I just completed. You're the first person to read it. It's boom. So the creator circle is a really fun, awesome idea that is new and immersive, where you're a part of the content like never before. When you go on Netflix, you can watch the movie, but you can't be in the actual production of what's
No,
going
you
on.
can't.
You have no
You
say
should have
so in
done
it.
it this
You
way.
you
No.
can maybe months and months later or a year later, you can
Mhm.
get DVD commentary, but
Hmm.
this you'll actually be a part of the creation process itself and be fully immersed. Like, you'll be in the making of these things. There's nothing like it anywhere. It's actually super awesome. One of the things that is already up, because it launched, are fan tracks. What fan tracks are audio commentary of shows or movies that we watch with your favorite creators that are experts in those areas. So me and Corey Olson actually do a literally we do a fan track of the Rings of Power, the first episode. So you'll see me and him break down the episode together, and you'll be able to listen to that along with the episode, and you'll be like, wow, these guys really know what they're talking about. They're not just people that are watching it for the first time or what, like. So now
Hmm.
things that you didn't understand, we're breaking it down. You're seeing your favorite content
Hmm.
creators or Tolkien experts break down things right on in full time with the show. We also watch the animated Hobbit. So we watched the Rankin and
Oh.
Bass Hobbit uh, and we break down that entire film and how great it is, and the parts that we enjoy, parts that, you know, maybe, oh, they could have did this different, but I like that they made this choice. This is on the third. So we're literally going over, you know, hey, they took this out because it doesn't make sense, but it holds together so well within this space of
Mhm.
time. Check out the drawing of this, and I like how they changed this for the sake of, you know, it's so many different aspects of conversations that we're having pertaining to the mythology and the lore of Lord of the Rings that you probably never even think about when you're watching these things. And that's what we're here for, and that's what we were designed for and made for. We were built for this shit, and so it's awesome. I'm excited. So this is literally the Signum Collaboratory. It's launched. Literally, the link is in my bio. I'm sure Kali will put up a link somewhere so where you
Yes.
guys can access it. And you click the link in my bio on my TikTok. It's the first one that pops up on my link tree, Signum Collaboratory. Join it. And you can subscribe to my creator circle and my space, and you get access to all the wonderful background stuff, behind the scenes stuff rather, that I've got going on. My stuff will be launching very soon, so stay tuned, and please come support, man. I'm excited, man. So I've been really focusing on that, but lately I've been getting back into TikTok, now that I had a little more time, and I just today did the Calibeth, so we finished up the Silmarillion, and then
Oh.
tomorrow we shall be finishing up completely by doing up the Third Age and the Rings of Power. So if
Mhm.
you join my TikTok live, you could just see me talking about the entire Silmarillion. And I'm going to try to do that more often, where I'm on lives talking about the various works and explaining them. And I did the entire Silmarillion, and it was a blast. And I have a lot of listeners every day, and onlookers, and it's real fun. So that's what I've been mainly up to, trying to stay busy, trying to stay focused, and trying to just create content that you guys will enjoy and appreciate. And I appreciate all you guys. And you know, I want to say this also. Had a very tough couple of months, a little while ago with the passing of my mother, but I
Mhm.
really appreciate the help that the talking community gave me, especially people like Callie, my friend Belmont, um, everybody that helped me out, particularly Don Marshall. He has helped me through a couple of
Mhm.
tough times, and if I haven't said thank you enough, I thank you guys again, a million times over. You helped me get through a really rough time. You helped my family. Thanks for your prayers and your flowers and your thoughts that you sent me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be all right. I'm okay. I'm good. We are
Mhm.
all banding together, and it's a part of life, and we know, we got to just keep moving forward and just remember her. So thank you very much for that. Means the world to me. I thank all of you guys. If I'm forgetting anybody, it's just because there's a million people that literally reached out. So I literally extended to all the people that sent their prayers, sent me, helped me with the cost of our family, with the cost of the funeral and things like that. You guys
Mhm.
sent some funds to help us out in our hard time. Really appreciate that, all of you guys, man. Bart of Arda, man, Fornos, everybody, man, that helped out, man. Bree, every single person. Andy, I really appreciate your kind words and the flowers and everything. I love you very dearly. The talking community has been great, man. So
Mhm.
I really thank you guys, man. Like I said, and Don Marshall is reached out and been just awesome and really helpful, and Callie's been just checking on me and just being the sweetheart that she is, and you guys were there for me, and she like organized a help for me and everything. So it was amazing. So I really wanted to come on here and make sure I really extend my deepest gratitude for all of that, man. It meant the world to me, and you guys are like part of my family, and I really love you guys for that. So thank you very much.
Mhm.
It's amazing, man.
I was very proud, and with the community, with how everyone rallied around you and stepped up and supported, and that was so beautiful to see. And I know that you said it on one of your videos that sometimes the internet brings out the worst in people, but sometimes it also brings out the absolute best in people and the
Absolutely.
communities, and we saw that, and that was amazing. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
That,
man. It was amazing, man. So
yeah.
it really helped me through that difficult time, man. I didn't really want to talk that much and everything, but you
Mm,
guys like really
yeah.
reached out and made me feel loved and appreciated, man. So thank you. So thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so it's so it's been a big little year that we've had with lots of personal stuff going on, lots of professional stuff going on, and And yeah, but we're back, and
We're back.
we want to hear from you guys. We want to be, the community to all come back together again and be active again. Um, so coming up this season on the podcast, we of course are going to finish our episode with Silmarillion. We
Yes, of
had
course.
Yes, we had left off. We were talking mostly about Fëanor. We ended up
The
going
Sons
in
of
that
Feanor. Yeah.
very, very focused direction. And we had some exciting things to talk about in the second half of that episode. So we will get that done. We
Hmm.
also have a very special episode that we recorded during the break, but that actually hasn't been published yet. And it
Hmm.
was the topic of that one was children of adoption. So that one is very near and dear and special to our hearts. So we're very excited to release that for you coming up.
Yeah.
And yeah, we basically just want to hear from you what you've been up to, this past year, or while we were away over the break, and projects you're working on or personal things that have happened, milestones, anything like that. We just want to reconnect with everybody. You can do that through the comment section on YouTube, and you can also do that through our Discord, which is the same name as this podcast, Voices of Arda. Um, and just let us know what you want to see, kind of, the same theme as what New Bet has been talking about this episode with the collaboratory spaces. That's really our jam. Like, that's what we're about. We're about involving you guys and like having this be an everybody sort of participates kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
you know, you can be a guest on this podcast literally anytime that you want.
Anytime you want, just hit me or Callie up, and
There's no gate to that. We are
we will
not keeping
schedule it.
any gate.
We are not keeping yet. No gatekeeping over here. We welcome everybody, and we'll make an episode out of it. We'll get to
Oh
talking.
yeah.
Saying
Yeah.
we're
We'll take
talking
what you like,
every.
what you know, what you don't, and we'll just work with you and make just a podcast around what you're interested in. So don't be
It's awesome.
shy, and please, step up and contact us. And you can find us on, is it X now? No, it's X was Twitter, now X. I don't know what we're calling that anymore. That's a mess. I can't believe that's still happening. It hasn't been resolved over the break, but yes, we're on that too. And just get in touch with us anywhere you see us, any way you can. And we are so happy to connect with you and to hear what you like and what you want to see, and just, yeah, just all of
The
that.
sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit. We're gonna go hard this season for you guys. So do not be afraid to reach out. Hit us with some episode ideas. And like I said, if you want to join us for a podcast, just hit me or Callie up. Callie will get it
Mhm.
scheduled and we will make it happen. We'll be a lot more consistent with the episodes this go around. You know what I'm saying? Because we love talking to you guys. We love working with each other, and we're going to make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. Rain, water, rain, sleet, or snow. What is it? Rain, sleet, or snow, whatever. However you're supposed to say that.
I don't know, something about mountains and rivers, and there's probably a million expressions for
There's
going the
expressions:
distance,
rain,
but
sleet, hail, or snow. Rain, sleet, hail, or snow. Yeah,
okay,
there you go.
okay,
I
okay.
think that's it.
Rain, sleet, hail,
You know what
snow.
I'm talking
That's
about.
that's some bad weather, yeah.
No
But
matter
yeah.
what the weather, we're gonna come together. So
Aw. So
thank you
yeah,
for
so
joining us.
yeah, New Better. Let's remind everybody where we are on social media and online, because it's been a while.
All right, so it's been a while. So you can find us on YouTube. You can find us by, just type it in Voices of Order. Our podcast will pop up. You can also find us on you what is it called? The name of that thing. What is it? Ah, it's escaping me. Spotify. There you go. Spotify. You can find us on Spotify, Voices of Order, Google
Mhm.
Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you. Sorry, scatterbrain once again. But yeah, Spotify. Not it was escaping me. It was terrible. But YouTube, if you want to watch the footage of us actually talking to each other, the rest
Mhm.
of just actual podcast where you're just listening. But thank you so much. for joining us here. And make sure you follow us both on TikTok. You can find us at our respective names, KaliCosplay and also KnewBettaDoBetta on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter as well. And you know what I'm saying? We're everywhere.
Instagram
You
as
know where to
well.
find
Yeah.
us. Instagram as
We have
well. Yes,
Instagrams,
Instagram as
yes.
well. So you type in
Yes.
KnewBetta and I'll pop up on all of those platforms, KaliCosplay. But Kali, I want you to cosplay some more. You've been kind of slacking in your Mac and slipping in your
I
pimping.
know, man.
Let's get some of those those cosplays going again. You're amazingly beautiful. I love my wife. I'm not saying that in any kind of funny way. Amazingly beautiful. Let's see those beautiful, wonderful, creative cosplays that we're so used to having from you. I know you've been getting back in your bag and on your swag, so I'm encouraging you to do that. I love when you present yourself and you're like, hey, I'm Yvonne and I'm this is Aowen, and it's awesome seeing you. There's so much light and joy in your face when you do that. So
Okay.
let's continue that tradition. It brings joy and wonder to not only me, but also the viewers. We love when you dress up like that. I'm like, yo, she is dope. She got the rings of power on her hand, and she comes in, and the confidence that you just imbue and display is ferocious. It's awesome. So I would love to see you just dress up, even if it's the mermaid, dress up as the mermaid.
Even the mermaid.
Nah, I'm
But
just joking
I have
around.
some amazing new helms from Finn's Forge that I do
Shout out to
need
Finn
to,
Forge, always.
yes, yes,
Shout
that
out to
I do
Finn's
need
Forge,
to
man.
show off
He is the
proudly,
dope
so I
demonstrative
will.
creator. Finn's Forge is awesome. If you don't follow Finn's Forge, make sure you give him a follow. He is a creator of many things, and I also have a helm from him. Belmont has a helm. He has Tuor's helm. I have Ecthelion's helm. Kali has what helms do you have from him? She has a collection.
Have
She
a
has a
few of
collection of
them.
helms.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And Bard of Arda has
yes,
the,
Bart of Arda has the dragon helm of
yes,
Dorlomin.
yes.
Yes, man. So we are
We are
indebted to Finn's
the
Forged.
Helm Gang.
He is awesome, man. So yeah, so we're gonna get back into the swing of things full force. Next episode will be next week, if I'm next week around the same time. Should be
Sure. Yeah,
should be cool with
well,
us.
yeah.
We're gonna swing for the fences on this one. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure Callie has some parting wisdom for us, Callie.
Yes, sir. All right. So, very topical. A five-step approach for creating and getting into a routine. Okay. So find out what makes you feel centered. Brainstorm how you can incorporate those things into your daily life. Set goals for incorporating these routine things or your self-care behaviors into your everyday. Start small, go for consistency, find support, and then, as you're going along, be prepared to adjust your approach as you go. And hopefully that will help you find your way to success.
All things I'm working on, and I promise to be better
Me too. Yes, same here.
at. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on reconvening and the wonderful podcast that we have created. Voices of Order. We are back with season 2,
So
and
excited to be
we
back. Yeah.
very excited. So
Yeah.
we look forward to a wonderful season to come and to be hearing from you guys in the comments. And we'll be bringing you wonderful content. Thank you so much. We are out, and that is the game.
Thank you.